This is Adam, formed from the dust, given breath by God Himself. And this is Eve, bone of His bone, life beside life, walking with innocence untouched, unaware that history was already moving toward her. Together, they lived in a garden without fear, without shame, alive with the presence of God. But every story has a turning point, when something unseen steps in. And this is the serpent, watching from the shadows, listening, waiting for the perfect moment, not to strike with force, but with a lie. Waiting for one opening, one moment that would change the world forever. And here, at the heart of Eden, stood the tree, beautiful, silent, untouched. But it carried weight far beyond its branches, because one touch could turn innocence into consequence. This is how the first fall began. Not with force, not with thunder, but with a doubt. The serpent didn't go to Adam first. It went to Eve, because it understood something strategic. The command had been given to Adam. Eve heard it through Adam. So the serpent chose the easier target, not because Eve was weak, but because the command could be twisted. Because the words reached Eve through Adam, and not from God's own voice. And that is where deception loves to live. It wasn't looking for a fight. It was setting a chain reaction in motion. If the serpent could convince Eve, Eve would carry the doubt to Adam. So the serpent spoke to Eve, slow, gentle, almost curious. Did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden? The question sounded harmless, almost thoughtful, almost helpful, but it carried a hidden blade. Because the serpent was not asking for information. It was injecting doubt into Eve's mind, suggesting that God was keeping a secret, that something good was being kept from them. Did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden? The question sounded innocent, but something had shifted. Not the command, the way it now sounded. God had given them abundance in the garden. The serpent made it sound like they were being restricted. Suddenly, the garden felt smaller. The freedom felt limited. And Eve found herself defending God's command instead of resting in his trust. She answered carefully,
"Yes, we may eat from the trees, but not this one."
And in that moment, something subtle happened. The conversation moved from obedience to debate. The serpent waited, patiently, measuring every word. Then the serpent moved closer, not with force, but with certainty. Its voice carried no anger, no urgency, only calm confidence. "You will not surely die." The words fell gently, but they landed heavily. No hesitation, no doubt, only a quiet contradiction, spoken as if it were truth itself. And in that moment, the warning God had given began to feel distant. Because when a lie sounds certain enough, truth can start to sound unsure. And if God's command could be questioned, then God himself could be questioned. And then came the deeper poison. God knows that when you eat it, your eyes will be opened. You will be like him. Now the lie changed shape. It was no longer about disobedience. The lie was no longer about resisting God. It was promising elevation. The illusion of becoming like God himself. The serpent reframed the boundary as a barrier. Protection became limitation. Love became control. Eve looked at the fruit once more, and the world seemed to lean into the moment. The garden did not move. The air grew quiet, as if all creation stood at the edge of something unseen. This was no longer curiosity. It was decision taking shape. The fruit hung exactly as before, unchanged, innocent, silent. But inside Eve, a storm had begun. The command felt softer now. Her desire grew louder. What once stood as a sacred boundary now appeared like a door, quietly inviting her forward. garden seemed to dim, not in light, but in certainty. The leaves barely moved. The wind stilled, as if creation itself sensed the moment approaching. Her hand began to rise, slowly, toward the fruit. All of Eden waited, holding its breath at the sight of what Eve was about to do. Not knowing whether it was about to witness trust or the first fracture of creation.